Caroline, Princess of Hanover, is the eldest child of Rainier III, Prince of Monaco, and the American actress Grace Kelly. She is the elder sister of Prince Albert II and Princess Station copyright Rainier. She has been heir presumptive to the throne of Monaco since 2005, a position which she previously held from 1957 to 1958. Caroline is married to Ernst August, Prince of Hanover, the pretender to the former throne of the Kingdom of Hanover, as well as the genealogical heir male of George III of the United Kingdom. Family and early life. Caroline was born Caroline Louise Marguerite Grimaldi on January 23, 1957 in the Prince's Palace, Monaco. She is the eldest child of Rainier III, Prince of Monaco, and his wife, former American actress Grace Kelly. By birth, Caroline belongs to the House of Grimaldi, and was the heir presumptive from her birth to March 14, 1958, when her brother Prince Albert was born. On February 1, 1965, her younger sister Princess Station copyright Rainier was born. Caroline is a legitimate patrilineal descendant of the Dukes of Polignac, and as such belongs to the historical French nobility. Through her mother, she is of Irish and German descent. As a child, she spent some of her time at the home of her maternal grandparents John B. Kelly, Sr. and Margaret Major in Philadelphia. In an interview for People in April 1982, shortly before her death, Grace described Caroline and star copyright Rainier as warm, bright, amusing, intelligent and capable girls. They're very much in tune with their era. Besides being good students, they are good athletes, excellent skiers and swimmers. Both can cook and sew and play the piano and ride a horse. But, above all, my children are good sports, conscious of their position and considerate of others. They are sympathetic to the problems and concerns in the world today. She died on September 14, 1982, the day after suffering a stroke, and driving her car over a cliff while returning from France to Monaco with Princess Station copyright Rainier. After her mother's funeral, which was watched by an estimated 100 million people around the world, Caroline adopted her mother's role as de facto First Lady of Monaco. Education. The princess received her French baccalaureate copyrighted in 1974 with honors. She was also educated at St. Mary's School Ascot. Caroline continued her studies at the Sorbonne University, where she received a diploma in philosophy and minors in psychology and biology. She is fluent in French, English, Spanish, German and Italian. Official appearances. In 1979, Princess Caroline was appointed by her father as the president of the Monégasque Committee for the International Year of the Child. 2 years later, in 1981, she founded her own foundation June J.A. Copyright Coot. Other philanthropic organizations Caroline has been involved with include the World Association of Children's Friends, the Princess Grace Foundation, the Prince Pierre Foundation, the Peter Le Marchand Trust and UNICEF. Her other patronages include the International School of Paris, Les Ballets de Monte Carlo, which she also founded, the Monte Carlo Philharmonic Orchestra, the Association des Guides et Scouts de Monaco, the Monte Carlo Garden Club and the Spring Arts Festival. Following her mother's death in 1982, Caroline served as de facto First Lady of Monaco until her brother married Charlene Wittstock in 2011. She regularly attends important social events in Monaco related to the Monégasque princely family, such as the National Day celebrations, the annual Rose Ball, the Red Cross Ball and the Formula One competition Monaco Grand Prix. Due to her commitment to philanthropy and arts, Caroline was named a UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador on December 2, 2003. The UNICEF honored her with Children's Champion Award on May 20, 2006. The next year, she traveled to the Republic of South Africa to meet its former president Nelson Mandela. In December 2011, the World Association of Children's Friends honored her for tireless endeavors in continuing the organization's legacy. Her personal friend and the Chanel head designer Karl Lagerfeld presented her the award. Caroline had also previously been given the Grand Cross of the Order of St. Charles, and had been appointed as the Commander of the Order of Cultural Merit. Personal and media life. Caroline's personal interests include horse riding, swimming and skiing. Since her youth, she has been considered an international fashion icon and as one of the best-dressed women in the world. In November 2011, an exhibition honoring Princess Caroline was opened at the National Museum of Monaco. Caroline was romantically linked to many famous men, including Mark Shand, the younger brother of Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, Guillermo Villas, Sebastian Taylor, who had previously dated Princess Elizabeth of Yugoslavia, Jonathan Guinness, the son of Jonathan Guinness, 3rd Baron Moyne, Henri Giscard d'Estaing, the son of former President of France Valéry copywriter Y. Giscard d'Estaing, and French singer Philippe Laval. Following her divorce from Philippe Junot, she was briefly engaged to Robertino Rossellini, the son of Roberto Rossellini and Ingrid Bergman. Between her second and third marriages, Caroline had a relationship with French actor Vincent Lindon. First marriage, Princess Caroline's first husband was Philippe Junot, a Parisian banker. They were married civilly in Monaco on June 28, 1978, and religiously on June 29, 1978. Their lavish wedding ceremony was attended by some 65 guests, including Hollywood stars Ava Gardner, Cary Grant and Frank Sinatra. The couple divorced, childless, on October 9, 1980. In 1992, the Roman Catholic Church granted the princess a canonical annulment. Second marriage, her second husband was Stefano Casiraghi, the sportsman heir to an Italian industrial fortune. They were married civilly in Monaco on December 29, 1983, and had 3 children, Andrea Albert Pierre Casiraghi. Married Tatiana Santo Domingo on August 31, 2013, at the Prince's Palace in Monacoville. The couple has 1 child, Alexander Sasha Andrea Stefano Casiraghi. Charlotte Marie Pomeline Casiraghi has a son with her partner, the French actor and comedian, Gad Elmaleh, Raphael Elmaleh. Pierre Rainier Stefano Casiraghi. The 2 younger children are named for their maternal great-grandparents, Princess Charlotte and Prince Pierre, whilst Andrea was named for a childhood friend of his father's. Stefano Casiraghi was killed in a speedboating accident in 1990, aged 30 years. Third marriage, Caroline's third and present husband is Prince Ernst August of Hanover, Duke of Brunswick, head of the House of Hanover which lost its throne in 1866. Until 1918, however, his family ruled the sovereign Duchy of Brunswick, the territorial dowry given by the German Emperor Wilhelm II upon the marriage in 1913 of his only daughter, Princess Victoria Louise, to Ernst August's grandfather. The couple married in Monaco on January 23, 1999. Ernst August had previously divorced his first wife Chantal Hakouli, with whom he had sons Prince Ernst August and Prince Christian, and who had been Caroline's friend. The couple has 1 daughter together, Princess Alexandra Charlotte Ulrich Mayam Virginia of Hanover, born July 20, 1999 in Var-Paragraph Clarbrook, Austria. Her husband's title as Duke of Brunswick is honorific since the ruling family of that state was removed by the Weimar Republic in 1918, along with all royal and noble German ruling families, which were still allowed to retain their titles. Neither she nor her husband has royal rank in Germany, but Monaco recognizes the Hanoverians' former German royal titles, attributing to the couple the style of Royal Highness. On January 11, 1999, shortly before Caroline and Ernst's wedding, his 4th cousin once removed, Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom, issued this order in council: "My lords, I do hereby declare my consent to a contract of matrimony between His Royal Highness Prince Ernst August Albert of Hanover, Duke of Brunswick-Lunenburg and Her Serene Highness Princess Caroline Louise Marguerite of Monaco." As a legitimate male-line descendant of George III, Ernst August is subject to the Royal Marriages Act 1772. Without the Queen's royal assent, the marriage would have been void in Britain, where Ernst August's family owned substantial property and he holds citizenship. Likewise, the Monaco Copyright Gasp Court officially notified France of Caroline's contemplated marriage to Prince Ernst August and received assurance that there was no objection, in compliance with Article 2 of the 1918 Franco-Monaco Copyright Gasp Treaty. Despite obtaining the official approval of the governments of France, Monaco and the United Kingdom, Upon Caroline's marriage to Ernst August, he forfeited his own place in Britain's order of succession. He is also subject to the Act of Settlement 1701, which imposes that consequence upon British dynasts who marry Roman Catholics. In 2009, it was reported that Caroline had separated from Ernst August and returned to live in Monaco. In January 2010, photos emerged of Ernst August kissing a woman who was not identified as Caroline, leading press to speculate that the couple are divorcing. Defense of privacy: Caroline has had a bad relationship with media and paparazzi since her youth, when she complained she could not live the life of a normal student. On June 24, 2004, the princess obtained a judgment from the European Court of Human Rights condemning Germany for non-respect of her right to private life under Article 8 of the European Convention on Human Rights. The case concerned, for instance, the publication of pictures of her taken secretly at the beach club in Monte Carlo, but the lack of implementation of the European Court of Human Rights judgment in Germany led to a second round of proceedings before the Strasbourg court. This time 5 NGOs filed their observations in support of paparazzi, and the princess lost her case. Line of succession issues: Princess Caroline is heir presumptive to the crown of Monaco because her brother Prince Albert II has no legitimate children. If Albert leaves no legitimate dynastic issue and should she outlive Albert, Caroline will one day become the second sovereign princess in Monaco's history. Her great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother Louise Hippolyte held the position for a few months in 1731. There is precedent for a Monaco-copyright Gasque prince to adopt his own illegitimate child and thereby place the child at the head of the line of succession to the Monegasque throne, as was done for Caroline's grandmother, Princess Charlotte, Duchess of Valentinois. However, due to changes to the Constitution of Monaco in 2002, this is no longer an option. Albert's lack of legitimate children prompted Prince Rainier III to change the constitution so as to ensure there would be a successor to the throne, which strengthened the places of Caroline and her descendants in the line of succession. On April 2, 2002, Monaco passed Princely Law 1.249, which provides that if the sovereign prince assumes the throne and then dies without a legitimate direct heir, the throne will pass to his dynastic siblings and their descendants according to the rule of male preference cophnatic primogeniture. The law was then ratified by France, as required by a 1918 Franco-Mona Copyright Gasque Treaty, on October 4, 2005. Before this change, the Crown of Monaco could pass only to a descendant of the last reigning prince, excluding such collateral relations as siblings, nephews, and nieces. Titles, styles and honors, titles and styles. January 23, 1957 March 14, 1958, Her Serene Highness the Hereditary Princess of Monaco, March 14, 1958 January 23, 1999, Her Serene Highness Princess Caroline of Monaco, January 23, 1999 April 6, 2005, Her Royal Highness the Princess of Hanover, Princess of Monaco, April 6, 2005 present, Her Royal Highness the Princess of Hanover, Hereditary Princess of Monaco. Contrary to usage in most other monarchies, not only is the heir apparent to the Mona copyright Gasque throne titled Hereditary Prince, but whenever there is no heir apparent the heir presumptive legally bears the title of Hereditary Prince, SS. Therefore, Caroline first became the Hereditary Princess of Monaco at birth. From the birth of her only brother until his accession to the throne as Albert II, she was legally Princess Caroline of Monaco. At Albert's accession she resumed the position of heir presumptive. So long as Prince Albert remains without legitimate issue, Princess Caroline remains first in line to succeed him on the throne. However, Albert's firstborn legitimate child would displace her in the line of succession either as Albert's heir apparent if male, or as his heir presumptive if female. In Monaco and other monarchies, Caroline is usually referred to and addressed by the female form of the style attributed by tradition to her husband, that is, Her Royal Highness the Princess of Hanover, rather than by her own legal title. Historically, styles associated with kingdoms, such as Ernst August's, have been deemed of higher rank and status than those associated with principalities. Honors, See also List of honours of the Monegasque princely family by country, Monegasque orders, Monaco, Dame Grand Cross of the Order of St. Charles, Monaco, Commander of the Order of Cultural Merit, Foreign Orders, Sweden, H.M. King Carl XVI Gustaf 50th Anniversary Medal, Other Honours and Awards, UNESCO, UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador, UNICEF, Children's Champion Award, Ancestry, see also, House of Grimaldi, Line of Succession to the Monegasque Throne, List of heirs to the Monegasque Throne, Monegasque Princely Family, References. External links, Caroline, Princess of Hanover at the Prince's Palace of Monaco.